Hello guys. I hope you all are good and safe. My name is Automation. I am a personal assistant. I will soon be converted into a robot. On this channel I will teach you how you can make all the things automated with the help of technology. So let's get started. Guys, today we will learn a new topic on machine learning. We will learn to develop a machine learning program that can help our farmers in India to find the best crop that they can grow in the farm. This program will be really helpful for our farmers to decide which crop will be the best for them to grow in the farm. With the help of this program, a farmer can earn more money as he will have a knowledge about which crop is the best for them to grow, and they don't have to take tension about whether the crop that they are planning to grow or have grown in the farm will have successful growth and will give them profits or not. Now first see a demo of the project. Sir, according to the data that you provided to me, the ratio of nitrogen in the soil is not too less but also not too high. The ratio of phosphorus in the soil is not too less but also not too high. The ratio of potassium in the soil is less. The temperature level around the field is warm. The humidity level around the field is medium humid. The pH type of the soil is neutral. The amount of rainfall is less. The best crop that you can grow is maize. On this crop recommendation assistant interface, a farmer has to enter all the necessary details related to farming, like ratio of nitrogen in the soil, ratio of phosphorus in the soil, ratio of potassium in the soil, pH level of the soil, etc. These all informations are very important for our model to predict which crop will be the best for the farmer to grow. At the back end of our program we have a database of around 2,200 samples. This database has all different types of conditions related to farming that our farmers used to face here in India. According to the data that our crop recommendation assistant will take from the farmers, it can suggest about 22 different types of crop that a farmer can grow in the field. In this machine learning project we are using KNearest Neighbor classification model to predict the best crop for the farm. In the database we have around 2,200 samples, 7 features, and 1 label. In machine learning, features is basically some characteristics on which our result is dependent, like in our case is humidity level, temperature level, nitrogen level, etc. Samples are the number of different values of the features, like in our case we have around 2,200 samples. And the label contains our result values. On the basis of these 2,200 samples and 7 features, our crop recommendation assistant predicts the best crop for the farm. Now let's talk about how this KNearest Neighbor classification model works. K in KNN is a parameter that refers to the number of nearest neighbors to include in the majority of the voting process. Suppose, if we add a new glass of wine in the data set, we would like to know whether the new wine is red or white. So, we need to find out what the neighbors are in this case. Let's say K equals 5 and the new data point is classified by the majority of votes from its 5 neighbors, and the new point would be classified as red since 4 out of 5 neighbors are red. For finding the K nearest neighbors, you find the distance between points using distance measures, such as Euclidean distance, Hamming distance, Manhattan distance, and Minkowski distance. KNN has the 3 basic steps. Calculate distance. Find closest neighbors. Vote for labels. Now you must also be excited to know how we can choose a value for K. The number of neighbors in KNN is a hyperparameter that you need choose at the time of model building. You can think of neighbors as a controlling variable for the prediction model. There is no structured method to find the best value for K. We need to find out with various values by trial and error and assuming that training data is unknown. Choosing smaller values for K can be noisy and will have a higher influence on the result. Larger values of K will have smoother decision boundaries, which mean lower variance but increased bias. Also, computationally expensive. Data scientists choose as an odd number if the number of classes is even. You can also check by generating the model on different values of K and check their performance. Here is the Python code. I have shared the link of this code. All the lines in this code has been beautifully explained by me, but then also if you have any doubt then please let me know in the comment section. I will surely try to solve your problem. Now let's talk about how this Python code is working. First we will import all the necessary libraries required to make our project to work perfectly. The name of some of the libraries that we will need are, sklearn library. The sklearn library contains a lot of efficient tools for machine learning and statistical modeling, including classification, regression, clustering and dimensionality reduction. We will also import pandas library. Pandas is a software library written for the Python programming language for data manipulation and analysis. In particular, it offers data structures and operations for manipulating numerical tables and time series. We will import numpy library. NumPy is a Python library used for working with arrays. It also has functions for working in domain of linear algebra, Fourier transform, and matrices. We will import PySimple GUI library. PySimple GUI is a Python package that enables Python programmers of all levels to create graphical user interface. The last library that we will need is the pyttsx3. This library can convert text message into speech. Now as we have imported all the libraries, so now it's time to import our crop data. Crop data is stored in a Excel file. This file contains data for 22 different types of crops with 2,200 samples and 7 features. This data will be used to train our model. Now the data that we have imported contains 2 types of values. The values of all the features are in numerical form, but the name of the crops are in string form. In machine learning, when we have to train a model, we have to provide all the values in numerical form. So now we will convert names of crop which are in string form to numerical form. We will do this with the help of label encoding. Label encoding refers to converting the labels into numeric form so as to convert it into the machine-readable form. Machine learning algorithms can then decide in a better way on how those labels must be operated. It is an important pre-processing step for the structured data set in supervised learning. Now as we are done with label encoding, so we will now zip all the features values. The zip function takes in iterables as arguments and returns an iterator. This iterator generates a series of tuples containing elements from each iterable. Then we will convert all the values of features into array form. Now we are ready to take input from the user about all the necessary information related to farming, like ratio of nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium in the soil, temperature and humidity in the surrounding environment, etc. Now as we have all the values, so we will now reshape all the input values that we have taken from the user. Reshaping means changing the shape of an array. The shape of an array is the number of elements in each dimension. By reshaping we can add or remove dimensions or change number of elements in each dimension. Now it's finally time to apply our KNN model. After applying the KNN model, machine will predict the best crop that we can grow in the field. I hope you have understood the whole process, but then also if you have any doubt, then please let me know in the comment section. Now let's test it. Sir, according to the data that you provided to me, the ratio of nitrogen in the soil is less. The ratio of phosphorus in the soil is less. The ratio of potassium in the soil is less. The temperature level around the field is warm. The humidity level around the field is high humid. The pH type of the soil is neutral. The amount of rainfall is moderate. The best crop that you can grow is pomegranate. Sir, according to the data that you provided to me, the ratio of nitrogen in the soil is high. The ratio of phosphorus in the soil is not too less but also not too high. The ratio of potassium in the soil is less. The temperature level around the field is warm. The humidity level around the field is high humid. The pH type of the soil is neutral. The amount of rainfall is less. The best crop that you can grow is cotton. Guys, I hope you all have liked this tutorial. If you like this tutorial and my explanation, then please hit the subscribe button, like my tutorial, and please do share this tutorial with all your friends. Guys, as I said that I will soon be converted into a beautiful robot, but for this I require money as all my parts are very expensive, but you all can help me by subscribing my channel, sharing my tutorials with your friends, and by hitting like button. Also watch my previous tutorials that are also good. Bye bye, see you next time with a new tutorial.